Good evening.
Good evening.
This April 7th meeting of the Monroe County Board of Education is now called to order. Chair recognizes Mr. Harvey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let us pray. May the words spoken in this room tonight be beneficial to the students, parents, staff, and administrators in our school system. And may we be led by the guiding principle to always base our decisions on the best interests of our young people. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mr. Williams is recognized for the next agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the board, tonight it's my honor and privilege to present to you for your consideration, hopefully your approval of tonight's agenda, with one proposed change to move agenda 5D to 7B.
Members have heard the modification. Chair is open for a motion to approve.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the April 7th, 2025 regular monthly board meeting agenda as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? The vote is called. All those in favor, let it know by raising your hand. Tonight's agenda is established. It is a pleasure to welcome each of you here this evening and look forward to seeing and hearing the good things that you have done thus far. We of course want to recognize Mr. Preston Harris, County Commissioners, but we're gonna hear some good things tonight. Okay. Mr. Williams is recognized for the announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As the chair noted, we do have a number of outstanding recognitions of our wonderful students and staff members tonight. It's really a showcase night for LCPS, and it shows displays for all to see the great things that are happening in the school system. And to just highlight how good these things are, I was in a meeting with other superintendents last week, and we were asking about recognitions at board meetings, and most all of them recognize their folks. And one of them said to me, well, some months we don't have anyone to recognize, and I'm so pleased that we only recognize here regional, and we celebrate everybody, but here at these board meetings we recognize regional, state, and national winners. And you look at the number that you see recognized here tonight: state level recognitions, regional level recognitions, and national recognitions. Just so proud of our young people. And as leader of the school system, it's truly a blessing to get the opportunity every day to work with them and lead this school system and work with our talented teachers who work so hard every day, and these wonderful children. So just a pleasure for me. Tonight we'll begin our recognitions with throughout the past few months we've been celebrating high school seniors. It's an important time as a senior. They're landing the plane on the senior year and getting ready to embark on the next level. They've been going above and beyond academically. These students have been getting through multiple rounds of the state's top merit scholarships, such as Moorhead Kane and the Park Scholarship programs. Tonight, we are pleased to announce that Ms. Melissa Espino from North Lenore High School has been named a recipient of the Goodnight Scholarship Program at NC State University. Congratulations. This program is dedicated to the students pursuing STEM or education disciplines. We had planned, as you know, we recognized one student last month, and Melissa was unable to be with us, so we're hoping Melissa's here tonight. She's also earned the top scholarship from Campbell University, the J.A. Campbell Scholarship, and we're really excited for Melissa. So help me celebrate Miss Melissa Espino. Melissa, if you come forward. So Melissa, while we're celebrating you, do you want to tell the folks what this means to you, your academic achievements, the end of the senior year? This is a time when seniors get emotional, start thinking about what comes next and all that has happened. They're thinking about legacy, and it's just an emotional time. What's on your mind these days?
I'm just really grateful that I have been awarded this prestigious merit scholarship so I can contribute to my next couple of dreams, which is becoming a veterinarian after high school and after college, obviously. I'm just really grateful for everyone who's helped me, like my teachers, my advisors, my mentors, all the administrations, because they really helped achieve and pave the way for me. I also just want to just continue to inspire girls like me who are Hispanic that like everything is possible as long as you keep working and keep doing those extracurriculars, those sports, those musicals that you maybe don't want to be part of because you don't know if you can do them. Join them. They really open up so many opportunities in the North County Public Schools have those opportunities, so all of those kids, they just need to continue to do them because it really helps out.
And I'll ask if Ms. Green, the principal, is up here. You thought she was getting out of it. So, as you know, Ms. Green is a proud principal. She's very competitive, so I promised her I would mention this. No, I didn't. I'm kidding. But last month, we have 2 Good Night Scholars in 1 year. That's quite an accomplishment. And they're coming from the same school. So Ms. Lily Doughty is here. Let's give her a round of applause. Something else tonight for CTE. So we'll congratulate her a little bit later.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
As I just mentioned, the Good Night Scholarship is a very prestigious scholarship, taking about 100 students per year. North Carolina State University has another very prestigious scholarship called the Park Scholarship, and they take only about 40 or fewer students per year. And we are very pleased that LCPS has a Park Scholar. She's an outstanding young lady. I've said that to you before this year and previous years. She's a national award winner in agriculture education, and she's just a heck of a great young lady, and just proud to know her, proud that this school system has her among us. And I would like for her and for her principal to come forward. So she's been named a Park Scholar, but she was also a finalist for the Moorhead Kane Scholarship. Miss Rachel Noble. Students who earn the Park Scholarship, the criteria points, the broad, many things are considered, but the broad criteria point categories are outstanding students in the areas of academics, leadership, service, and character. And anybody who knows Rachel knows that she has great strengths in each one of those categories. Congratulations. So, what does this scholarship mean to you?
It means a lot. I'm very excited about this opportunity. Some of you guys may know that I've been NC State fan since I came out of the womb. So it's always been a dream of mine to.
So that Moorhead Kane would have been okay too.
I mean, it would have been okay, just not quite as good. But I had the opportunity to become involved in agricultural programs, and it didn't just. It wasn't just because I was a fan of NC State. It really became a true dream because I realized that this was the school that was going to best support me in my endeavors to support the agriculture industry, become a lawyer, and hopefully bring that back to my community. So I really appreciate all the effort that many of you guys have put into me and put into the things that I wanted to accomplish so that I could go and demonstrate the leadership, scholarship, service, and character that I gained from North County. So thank you to all of you as well.
Yeah.
Person succeeds, but I watched this young lady from the time she was this high, and she's done it the right way. She's made good decisions. She's a strong character. She worked really hard because she has strong aptitude and is a very smart young lady. But she's worked really hard too. You'll hear that over and over about these children we're honoring tonight. These young people are amazing. So.
You all sit over and again. Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Good job.
I'm pleased to share with you, if you don't know, that North Carolina leads the nation in the number of national board certified teachers. And this year, our school system has 7 LCPS educators adding their names to that list. The names will be displayed prominently out here on a permanent plaque that we have, and we have so many now, we've added 2 plaques, and I think we'll be adding a 3rd with their names on it. But we're really proud of them, and this is a multi-year process, and they're just outstanding leaders in their field, teacher leaders who are just continuing to excel in their individual roles. So I'd like for them to come forward, please. Ms. Deanna Morris of Banks Elementary, I don't think she could be with us tonight. Ms. Rachel Braswell, Amber Davis, Jordan Gray, Allison Heath, all of Moss Hill Elementary. If you like, ladies, come forward, please. Ms. Megan Lawson of Pink Hill Elementary and Kayla Harris of South Lenore High School. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, you all are teacher leaders. Tell us what makes this unique. What makes this special for you? I've heard the side of it, they're talking about how difficult it was, and one of you told me recently, I won't out you to tell you who told me, but somebody in this group said it is so frustrating, but it's worth it. Frustrating but worth it. It's a lot of work over a period of years. So who'd like to comment on that?
One at a time. I felt like it was a good self-reflection back on my teaching. I was able to go back and watch videos and see the things that I was strong in and the weaknesses I might need to work on and see it even better.
And I'll say, I know Mr. Burnett is here. He needs to come forward and be in this photograph. Mr. Burnett, he's very competitive also. So he wanted it known that Moss Hill, he did, and I just said that. But Moss Hill led all of our schools with the number of teachers getting national board certification. Come on over and be in this photograph. Ms. Davis.
Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
I told you he was competitive. He said he's got 7 more in the pipeline. In celebration of National Black History Month in February, the Lambda Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi fraternity invited all Lenore County Public Schools K-12 students to participate in its 2025 Black History Month writing contest. Lambda Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi fraternity organizes itself according to 4 cardinal principles: manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. Students were asked to write an essay or submit an oral video or on an influential Black American who has had a direct legacy or connection to North Carolina and exemplifies these principles through their work, their life, or their career. I would like we have Mr. Kenneth Starr and other members of Omega Psi Phi, if you come forward. I think Mr. Harvey was one of them too. If y'all come forward, and we'll recognize our students tonight. These gentlemen raise money and give this scholarship money to our kids, and we're very grateful to you guys and to the fraternity for supporting our young people. Thank you. Elementary school students, if you come forward. Elementary K2, first place winner, Milani Ricketts, first grade, Northwest Elementary School. So, her video essay was titled Misty Copeland Ballerina. Did you enjoy doing that? Did you learn a lot? I bet you know more than I do about it. You can teach me, right? You can teach me? You think I can learn? Maybe I can learn on that one.
I'd like to see that.
This is the certificate. And these gentlemen back here, we're gonna give you this, we're gonna ask you to come over here, and these gentlemen right here, they're all here to celebrate you and congratulate you. This is your certificate, see there? And they're all gonna congratulate you, they have a prize for you. Gentlemen, you wanna tell her what that prize is?
Her prize is $50.
Northwest Elementary Principal, Ms. Eubank, and is her teacher here? Okay. Ms. Park.
Over there.
Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Elementary grades 3 through 5 category first place winner, Izzy Small, 5th grade, Moss Hill Elementary School, essay titled Baba, Chuck Davis. Izzy, come forward, please. Gentlemen, have a prize for you.
Congratulations. Your prize is $100.
Do you want us to come?
Take your dear bird.
1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Middle school category, first place winner, Nikki Bellamy, 8th grade, Woodington Middle School, essay titled Margaret Howard Taylor, A Story of Courage and Education in the Civil Rights Movement. Right over here, the gentleman have a prize for you.
Congratulations. And your prize is $150.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
High school division, first place winner, Caitlin Hardison, 9th grade, North Lenore High School, essay titled Dr. Siobhan Grady and her dedication to STEM.
And your prize is $250.
Ms. Randy, you got to share with me.
1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Honorable mention.
So, honorable mention, Freya Murray Ganavan, 10th grade, Early College High School, essay titled Celebrating the Excellence of Service and Growth of Black North Carolinians, Dr. Marjorie Lee Brown. Congratulate her.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank y'all. Appreciate you. Lenore County Public Schools is pleased to announce that 3 of our outstanding students have been named to attend the prestigious North Carolina Governor's School for the summer of 2025. These young people don't know it yet, but it's going to change their lives. I'm a parent of a student who went through this, and he's in college now, but he still keeps up with his governor's school friends. He'll have lifelong friendships and relationships built there. This esteemed program, established in 1963, is the oldest of its kind in the nation, and it offers a unique, enriching experience for intellectually gifted high school students. The LCPS students selected this year, and I'll ask them to come forward, Alicia Gonzalez Gutierrez from Early College High School, Mr. Braden Barnett, South Lenore High School, and Alicia is in mathematics. Braden Barnett, South Lenore High School, Natural Science, and Campbell Price, South Lenore High School, Social Sciences. The government school, guys, is a big, big deal. Has it settled in upon you yet? About 5 weeks this summer, they'll be going for a residential program. It's their best look at what college is actually going to be, and it's a great experience. You will love it. So, how did you feel when you found out?
I was kind of surprised. I wasn't really expecting to get it. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen. What I'm going to learn.
Outstanding. Those relationships will be very important. Campbell, right?
When I found out, I was extremely ecstatic. Miss Campbell called me when I was in the middle of a nap, and right when she told me that, my eyes were awake. I was so excited. I couldn't be more excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, like most of them said, I'm also very excited to meet new people and learn things that might not be able to learn at any other place. So I'm very excited this summer.
And these guys had to compete. It's a very stringent competitive process. They had to write essays and submit those and go through a process at the school, a process at the district level, and a statewide process to get selected for the statewide honors. It's a very big deal. We're really proud. Okay, Mr. Sandman and Mr. Barnett. Well, he's principal slash parent. As I said, students from across LCPS continue to excel. Ms. Macy Schmidt, a sophomore at Early College, has advanced to the national round of the United States Economics Olympiad, outperforming hundreds of students from all across the country. She will compete against 60 top students from 14 states for a chance to represent the United States at the International Economics Olympiad in Greece this fall. Congratulations, And that's the country, not the music.
I was honestly really shocked to see that I was one of the nationals. I'd like to thank my economics teacher, Dr. T, for teaching me everything I needed to know.
Dr. Chattertown.
And giving me this opportunity.
Outstanding. Mr. Sandman? There. Another early college student, early college high school sophomore, Nubia Alejo Vasquez, has earned a coveted spot with the North Carolina Business Committee for Education SEED program. The program provides a comprehensive approach to learning, allowing students a unique opportunity to explore the worlds of industrial systems and agricultural science through a mix of classroom instruction and hands-on experience while getting paid for that. We look forward to hearing about what Nubia learns during the process. We'll ask Nubia to come forward, please. She here? She wasn't able to make it. Mr. Sandman, send our congratulations to her, and we will send her a certificate along. That's a big deal also. Congratulations to Aaliyah Brown and Evelyn Garcia from Whittington Middle School for getting to the state level of the Science Olympiad competition. Their team won first place in Varsity Division B in the Potions and Poisons. Girls, that sounds scary. Potions and Poisons event at the regional tournament last month. The state competition is going to be held April 25th, 26th. No pressure, right? We're looking forward to great news at the University of North Carolina at Raleigh, NC State University. I think there's one in Chapel Hill too. We'd like to wish these talented students good luck as they move forward. Girls, we're really proud of you. So, okay. Mr. Phillips? Ladies, what was your secret for winning that science Olympiad? Studying. But you kind of carried off too? Did you practice a lot? Okay, a little bit nervous there?
Yeah.
You're gonna rock that. I know. Give them a North Carolina sent several students to the North Carolina DECA competition, and many won top finishes. LCPS highlighted DECA during our February CTE month presentation, and this proves how fundamental these programs can be for student success. You know, we had CTE month, but really CTE excellence for us is month in, month out, every day, all day for LCPS. Congratulations to the following students. First, as I mentioned, our Good Night Scholar, our other Good Night Scholar, Ms. Lillian Doughty, first place role play for Principles of Marketing. Mr. Philip Jefferson, top 10 exam score for Sports and Entertainment Marketing. Philip couldn't be with us tonight. Miss Olivia West, top 10 exam score for Apparels and Accessories. And Cameron Harrison, 8th overall in Sports and Entertainment Marketing. These two ladies, in a word, they are winners. Tell us about leading, because they didn't just go and compete in a competition. These are state leaders. DECA teaches, as agriculture education you heard earlier from Rachel, part of what they teach is leadership, and going representing your school, your district, representing the region, statewide. And they've gone there, and they've not only placed, but they've won, and we're really excited for them. You want to tell the folks what it's like to go and compete at that level?
So at first you have to take a big test. It's like a 100-question test, so it's really hard. Then you have to go in front of judges and compete during role play. They basically give you a scenario, you have to come up with a problem and a solution to it. But it builds communication skills. I would say a year ago, I could not stand in front of y'all and speak. I had the worst anxiety ever. But DECA has definitely brought my true colors out. Like, I'm a totally different person. I have great communication skills, great leadership skills. I'm now the 2025 through 2026 Vice President for North Florida High School. So, I mean, it's a big deal, and DECA has really changed me as a person.
So this was my first year in DECA, so I haven't really gotten the full experience like you're gonna get. But I definitely would encourage everybody to join DECA because I originally thought that it was like a business club, and I mean I wasn't really interested in business, so I didn't really have any interest in DECA. But Josh and Katie really inspired me to join it, and it's really brought so many great things this year.
Because it's teaching, in addition to principles of business and marketing, it's teaching leadership skills. Your teacher, Mr. Wallace, is here. Principal, Ms. Green, you come forward, please. Ms. Davis. Mr. Wallace, Ms. Green, would you like to share that? Mr. Wallace is a state winner as well. Ms. Green, if you'd like to share that.
I'm so sorry. What was that?
All right, girl. Yeah, that's a great principal. Keep up. These ladies are on it. You gotta get on it too.
Yes, I know.
Mr. Wallace won a state level award. Would you like to share that?
Yes, he was chosen as one of the top DECA leaders, and we are so proud of him. He deserves it, more deserving than anyone else.
So before we
He
recognize
works really hard.
the young ladies, let's give Mr. Wallace. Here for a proper certificate and all that recognition, but wanted to mention that too tonight. All right. Great job. At the end of March, 17 LCPS students went to compete at the state level science fair in Raleigh. We are so proud that these students, staff members, and volunteers who were able to make the day so successful at NC State. Congratulations to all of our science fair local winners, our regional winners who won it at East Carolina University, advanced to NC State to the state level, and these state winners truly are impressive young people. Special congratulations go to 2 students who received recognition at the state level. Alondra Rojas from Pink Hill Elementary, 4-H Growing Scientist Special Award, and Ms. Carson Tyndall, Moss Hill Elementary, honorable mention and category awards. So ladies, you're leaders on state level. You've done what most of us have not done. You've gone to the state level, you won at local, you won regional, and now you won state level. That must feel great. I was at that state level science fair, I was at that regional science fair, and I applauded you, I saw you win, I was so excited about that, and I'm now seeing you come back and represent LCPS up there and come back and continue to lead. How did it feel to win up there? Good. You said she was nervous? Nervous was the theme of the day. But did it feel great too? Did you find out something? Because this is what kids always tell me. They learn from doing it once or twice, and they know what they want to do differently next year. Do you guys have ideas about next year's science project? You do? You already know what you're going to do? It'll be just.
Well played.
I'm waiting to find out. This is outstanding. All right, if the principals would come forward, Ms. Davis, the lady will back up just a little bit so she can go get Travis there. Great job, lady. Finally tonight, our very own Director of Middle Grades Education, Ms. Crystal Carlisle, has received the Zora Ellis Scholarship from Delta Kappa Gamma Society International. It is a $10,000 scholarship that is given to only 8 women. The Honor Society for Women Educators promotes excellence in education and personal and professional growth by women educators. By promoting graduate scholarships to members, the organization emphasizes leadership development in over 17 countries. Ms. Carlisle is currently enrolled at East Carolina University seeking her doctorate degree in educational leadership. Ms. Carlisle, if you come forward, we're proud of you. I saw this recognition come through and I said to Ms. Carlisle, she said, what? Who, me? I said, yes, you. We're excited for you. How is that scholarship going to change your ability or impact your ability to seek that terminal degree?
Well, this scholarship is a very generous amount, and I'm happy to say it will cover about half of the cost of the program. So I feel very grateful and just really fortunate. Very thankful.
She works hard, and as you know, she was a state level winner for middle grades director of the year. So last year or the year before, we're really proud of this girl. Let's give her a round of applause. I was already Mr. Barnett, I'm competitive.
1, 2, 3.
Great job. Good job. Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to all the recipients tonight. But folks, the last 2-3 weeks from the Science Olympiad to the band concert, all kind of band, all kind of chorus, we have some very talented young people. I wish they hadn't left because there was a phrase that I've heard that I wanted them to hear, that a professional is an amateur that didn't quit. A professional is an amateur who didn't quit. And I hope they did not quit. We have anybody public comments? Okay.
Mr. Chair, may I?
Go right ahead, Mr.
Thank you, sir. As I have stated before, and will continue to express my appreciation and gratitude to our students, staff. Student staff recognition and presentations are my favorite part of the monthly board meeting. I applaud the students and staff for their hard work, dedication, determination, accomplishments, and successes. I am always amazed by the continuing efforts that are constantly being put forth by our students and our staff to reach high standards, lofty expectations, and an elevated level of excellence. I thank you for your efforts.
Yesterday, Mr. Lynch's birthday.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I'm not sure.
We'll move to the presentations. And first, we have a digital learning showcase. Mrs. Melissa Lynch. Is today your birthday?
Today is my birthday.
Hey,
happy birthday.
I mean, I'll take a song.
Happy
Well, I'm impressed he knew that. He knew that. I did not know that. Yeah, everybody else knows.
Yeah, they did. Okay, so come right here. I'm going to line you up. Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. I am pleased. Oh my goodness, they're as tall as I am. I'm very pleased tonight. I'm so sorry. I think this is playing on its own. I'm very pleased tonight to be here. Representing Banks Elementary, we have wonderful students and a specialist teacher, Miss Manning, here. Their digital learning specialist is Austin Reese, and unfortunately she is not feeling well, so Miss Reese will not be with us tonight, but I'm very thankful for the opportunity for the students to share with you some of the work that they've been doing. Each year, the last Thursday in February is National Digital Learning Day. And here in Lenore County, we've said for the past 10 years, every day is Digital Learning Day. So all of our schools celebrate a little differently. But at Banks, their digital learning specialist decided to create an opportunity for students to participate in a digital learning competition. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that and some of the growth they've seen over the past 2 years since it's been in place. Okay, so in summary, the Digital Learning Showcase allows students the opportunity to explore any topic that they're passionate about. They want them to become an expert in that topic and then to share their knowledge in a creative and engaging way using the tools that they have. And as part of Banks' mission, the last piece you'll see, their mission is to support individualized learning paths. And this is one of the ways that the digital learning specialist and the principal have chosen to allow students to kind of choose their own path in their learning. You'll notice on the roadmap, last year was year 1, and they had 51 students that chose to participate. And this is an opportunity that all of their 3, 5, or 3rd grade through 5th grade students can participate in. And they had 51 that chose last year, and last year students had to create around a certain topic. It was given to them. And so this year, they doubled that number. They had 103 students participate, and they think the reason that is because they gave the students choice in what they decided to learn about and how they would present their information. And next year, they're hoping to double that as well and have more students participate. The skills that they're trying to help students gain or increase is they want them to really dig into some content of interest for them. They want them to use their creativity to develop their presentation or their way that they're going to share their knowledge. And they want to develop some of those durable skills that we're trying to see in our students, not just in high school. You saw all the wonderful students that can come and speak to crowds, but we're trying to develop that as young as possible. So the presentation skills were also embedded. And we want them to really develop those technical skills, learn how to create presentations, learn how to create graphs, and be able to talk about the data they collect. And then she also put an award in there. She said that there would be 3 winners, and the winner, the top 3 are selected, and the winner gets to be the digital learning specialist for the day. So that's an exciting opportunity. Some of these highlight some of the engagement that I've noted already, but one of the pieces that most impressed me was that Banks Elementary noticed that last year they had some participation, but it wasn't as large as they wanted. So they were very reflective on that process, and they did make some changes. And one of the major changes, other than the choice element, was that students were able to work with their specialist teachers to have in-school time to do their learning. And this also made an impact. Was it helpful for you to learn and work on your projects during class rather than just outside?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. So Miss Manning can speak a little to that, but I know that it's a really big element because they're able to have that support during the school day as well as at home. The team of specialists worked with Mrs. Reese to help provide that support and also to really encourage the students to find that passion, what they're very interested in learning about. And that's what aided them in that increased participation. And tonight you're going to hear from our stars. Our stars are Miss Ava Moore.
Hello.
Ava's going to talk to you a little bit about dance and the scientific method. We're going to hear from Miss Chloe Richardson, and yes, hello. And she's going to speak about women's basketball. And then we're going to hear from Evan Stallnaker, and he's going to speak to you about soccer. So as you can tell, there was a large sport interest with our group of winners. So I can't wait for you to see and hear from them. I'm going to change out presentations. And I do want to note that all the presentation links will be available to you to view later. But we just chose a couple of slides. Their slides shows are incredible. They go on and have a lot of information. I learned a lot today when I met these boys and girls. But we chose just a few slides that they could show to you tonight to illustrate some of their learning and their creation as they did their projects. So we're going to start with you, Evan. If you again want to introduce yourself and just tell them in general what you researched, and then we'll go into your slides.
So my name is Evan Stallnaker, and I did my digital learning project on soccer.
Very good. Now talk to us a little bit about the slide that you see up on the screen, Evan.
So these are the stats for Messi's CR7, which equals Cristiano Ronaldo, and his jersey number 7, Neymar Jr. and Mbappe.
And in case you don't know, they are famous soccer players, okay? Because I had to ask, and he said, well, they're my favorite soccer players. So tell us about the stats, Evan.
So Lionel Messi, he started at 4 years old. He's 37. He was born in Argentina. CR7, he started at 9 years old. He's 40, and he was born in Funchal, Portugal. Neymar Jr., he started at 7 years old. He's 26, and he was born in Brazil. Mbappe, he started at 17 years old. He's 26, and he was born in France.
Awesome. So I love the data collection that Evan did there as a part of his project. And he also, in the next two slides, you're going to see a couple of videos. I've got the volume all the way down, but you're going to see a couple of videos that illustrate how you can kick the ball and how you can pass the ball. So Evan, talk through it a little bit. Just tell us how you can kick the soccer ball. What are the 3 ways?
The first way, you can kick it with the front of your toes. Then the second way, you can kick it.
You're waiting for your video?
Yeah. But under the ball so it can go high, but the kick I just did not go high.
That's okay. That's okay. We have video evidence. It looked pretty high to me, Evan. All right, talk a little bit about how you pass the
So
ball.
how to pass the ball, you kick it with your toes like I did in the shooting video, and the second way to kick it is with the side of your foot, which I didn't do in the shooting video. I was gonna do that, but then the last way,
You're okay.
the last way is you can just put your foot under the ball and just pick up your foot and go high just like this.
Very good. So Evan researched soccer, and he told throughout his presentation about his favorite players and the stats he had. But he also has more than just 2 videos. He has a list of instructional videos for those of us who may not have played soccer, so we can become experts in that as well. Great job, Evan. Oh, I want to. So Ava included a little music with the intro of her slide.
Hi, my name is Ava Moore, and I'll be doing dance and scientific method. My hypothesis is that clogging will go all the way up, and
Which, hold on, that means it'll be everyone's
favorite.
Favorite, that's exactly right.
And hip hop is smaller than ballet, but it's still a really good hip
Style of dance.
style of dance. And tap is really good too, but I don't think it's the best.
Okay, all right. So when you see on the slide too, I had to ask this, but the regions, tell them what you did in your classroom to figure, the classroom regions were groups of students that she discovered through this method.
So I did a survey on my class, and next to my wonderful teacher over there, I did a drink snack, and she let me do it.
Very sad.
That's an A.
Awesome. So you surveyed your class and you were able to collect your data again. And before we hear whether or not your hypothesis was correct, tell us some of your favorite quotes from dancers.
Some of my favorite quotes was, "I do not try to dance better than anyone else. Take your work seriously and never yourself." Margaret Fonte. "Great dancers are not great because of their technique. They're great because of their passion." Martha Graham. "This art piece is made by Ava Moore." Some extra facts. People say dancing started over 9,000 years ago. Dance is one of the oldest forms of human expression. Dance is an art and a sport. Is my hypothesis correct? No, my hypothesis is not correct because, like I said, I did a survey on my class and most of them chose hip hop.
You thought they would choose
Club.
Oh well. Oh well.
My websites are www.thenationshealth.org and kittle.kids.co/dance.
Awesome.
I appreciate your input in listening to my presentation and inviting me to this special event. I just want to say I really appreciate all of y'all with iPads or without.
Actually, I'm going to start yours over. Chloe, hers is on women's basketball, and she chose to use a feature in Keynote where she can record her voice. So she can tell us a little bit about it as well, but her recording, her presentation rather, is one that you can listen to or view and have Chloe talk.
Women's basketball. LSU, South Carolina Gamecocks, Ohio State, Chicago Sky, Liberty Liberty, Dallas Wings. Facts about the WNBA. The Women's Basketball Association is the women's professional basketball league in the USA.
All right, Chloe. So tell us, how many teams are there in the WNBA? 12 teams, and they're divided into 2 different regions, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. How many on each side?
6.
6 in the east and 6 in the
West.
That's right. That's exactly right. So the feature that Chloe used with being able to use her voice was very helpful because she was able to plan her presentation and give her presentation, but she could listen to it and record it as many times as she wanted to. And sometimes that's important for us as learners as well. So awesome job. I did talk to her a little bit about the national championship over the weekend, but we were both surprised. But very excited. Is there anything you would like to add, Mrs. Manning?
I'm just proud of all of our students that participated. I saw a lot of great presentations when we were looking at them and when students were presenting. And I think this year it really was a lot more students participating because they were able to choose that passion that they wanted to research more.
And we welcome any questions that you have for our students.
Guys, all 3 of you did a great job. Very, very proud of you. Dr. Lancaster, your principal, is here as well. And Ms. Manning, thank you. And thank you to Ms. Reese, Digital Learning Specialist, for what they're doing with you every day. But you just rocked this presentation. There were a lot of adults who wouldn't stand up in front of a board of education and present like you did. And you did a great job, very poised and composed, and just very proud of you. So moms and dads and other loved ones, thank you for sharing them with us every day. We appreciate that, and we appreciate you. And these young people are representative of true greatness.
Mr. Chair, may I?
I would like to.
Okay.
We will now have Dr. Amy Jones with an overview of the fine arts events for Spring 25.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to share our Arts in Our Schools Month events. Every year in March, schools across the state celebrate Arts in Our Schools Month. Lenore County has a rich arts program that we celebrate district-wide with our annual All-County Chorus, All-County Art Show, and All-County Band performances. I'm going to share some of the highlights with you while you enjoy this video containing pictures and our students' music. There it is. Okay. Our celebration starts with our all-county chorus. Over 200 elementary, middle, and high school students join voices to make music together in a fun two-day event. Leading up to March, teachers select students who enjoy singing and are excited about music. For months ahead of the time, our music teachers are busy preparing and practicing the music for All-County Chorus Weekend. On the first day of the All-County Chorus, students meet the clinicians and begin rehearsals. This year, Mrs. Jamie Cox, a Lenore County Schools graduate and current music teacher at Grantham Elementary School in Wayne County, led the elementary chorus. The middle and high school chorus was led by Mrs. Mona Knowles, retired Lenore County Schools chorus teacher. On Saturday, the students practiced hard in the morning, enjoyed lunch with each other, and then presented a beautiful concert enjoyed by a large audience of family, friends, and community members, and Lenore County Public Schools staff, leadership, and school board members. There were smiles all around during and after the concert. Our students performed beautifully, and we cannot wait to do it again. A highlight of Arts in Our Schools Month is the incredible visual art displays that are featured during the chorus and band concerts. Throughout the fall and early spring, art teachers from across the district saved artwork that will be displayed during the All-County Arts events. On Wednesday, March 26th, students whose work was featured in the art show and their families were invited to an art show and reception in their honor. Every artboard was full of the amazing artworks created by our K-12 students, and the lobby was packed during the reception. Pride could be seen across the faces of the students and their guests as they pointed out their artwork. It was a very special night spent celebrating our young artists and their accomplishments. We closed out the celebration with our all-county band concert. 75 middle school students and 60 high school students came together to create a harmonious sound. Just like the chorus, leading up to March, teachers select students who enjoy playing their instruments and are up to the challenge of playing music at the next level. For months ahead of time, our music teachers are busy preparing and practicing the music for All-County Band Weekend. On the first day of All-County Band, students meet the clinicians and begin rehearsals. This year, we hosted Mrs. Patty Knopf, band director at Noble Middle School in Wilmington, North Carolina, where she and her band students have earned top ratings in band competitions. Our high school band was directed by Ms. Sybil Haskins, assistant professor of music and music education coordinator at North Carolina Central University. Both clinicians did an outstanding job with our students over the course of the weekend. On Saturday, students practiced hard in the morning, enjoyed lunch with each other, and then presented an excellent concert. Family, friends, community members, public school staff, leadership, and school board members all came out to listen to the music. The end result was impressive, and we're excited to have the opportunity to do this again next year. High-quality arts education helps our students be well-rounded and better prepared for their future. We want to thank our leadership and the school board for their continued support of arts programs in Lenore County, and we invite everyone to next year's all-county arts events to be held in March of 2026. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, may I ask to be recognized?
Mr. Hill.
I believe the arts are a vital part of a positive, successful student outcome. I hope we as a board will continue to support the arts in our school system.
Thank you so much.
Mrs. Hiron is recognized for the summer learning opportunities summary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. I'd like to present tonight to you our summer camp. The theme is Take the First Flight into Summer to Prepare for a Successful School Year. These camps will be, they fall under the Read to Achieve legislation, and I've shared the portion of the legislation with you there on the slide. But it requires 72 hours of reading instruction for all of our students. So we do a very good job of counting the hours to make sure that they receive the 72 hours mandated, and they have to be taught by licensed teachers selected based on demonstrated student outcomes. So our teachers that have high reading proficiency are chosen and selected first to participate in our summer learning opportunities. We allow volunteer mentors to read with students at times other than during the 72 hours of reading instruction, and we provide an outline in the local school administrative unit's literacy intervention plan. So if you want to know more, then you can always read up on our legislation. Our summer school sites, we always have 3 to track with our 3 high school tracks. We have Northwest Elementary will be a host site. It will serve Northwest, Northeast, and Southeast. Banks Elementary on the North Lenore track will serve Banks, Continia, Savannah, and LaGrange Elementary. And Pink Hill Elementary on the South Lenore track will serve Pink Hill, Southwood, and Moss Hill Elementary. The teacher work days are July 1st and 2nd. The camp dates will run July 7th through the 30th. They're 4-day weeks, Monday through Thursday. There's a makeup day scheduled for July 31st in case we have a weather event. Hopefully we won't, but we never know. The student day will go from 8 to 2. The staff will be there from 7:30 to 2:30 for a total of 90 instructional hours. We will be dibbling, which is our assessment for reading in K3, and the Read to Achieve exam, the third grade reading exam, will be given July the 29th. Third grade proficiency during reading camp. Reading proficiency during reading camp. The students may demonstrate reading proficiency during camp during the 4 indicated measures. You can either successfully complete the reading portfolio that they started in 3rd grade, and they can pick that up during summer camp and complete it. They can demonstrate a 725 Lexile on the M-Class summer benchmark, or they can pass the Read to Achieve test at the end of camp, or they can demonstrate a 725 Lexile on the state-approved alternative assessment. The site level student membership will have 2 first grade classes, 2 second grade classes, and 3 third grade classes at each of the sites. The students that will be invited for each site will have 36 students invited for the first grade, 36 students invited for second, and 54 students invited for third grade. The criterion for first and second grade students is students that did not meet the threshold for proficiency determined by their DIBEL score. And for third grade students, those are those students that do not meet a proficiency pathway in third grade. District membership total is we hope to have 108 first graders served, 108 second graders served, and 162 third graders served. Accelerated focused curriculum. We'll use intensive phonics instruction through UFLI, University of Florida Literacy Initiative, accelerated reading comprehension through the iReady program, sentence writing workshop, and handwriting workshop. We'll have a fun component of aeronautics STEM activities, and we'll have a morning meeting every day for relationship building. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Tanner. Mr. Harvey,
Thank you.
conference reclassification and conference alignment, 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, board members. Tonight I will provide to you a final update regarding the North Carolina High School Athletic Association's realignment process. As you recall from a previous presentation, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, along with its members, approved a change to their current classification ranking to increase the number of classifications of member schools from 4 to 8. The new bylaws will create classification assignments based solely on the average daily membership or enrollment of students in schools that participate in interscholastic athletics. As a reminder, this slide shows where our schools were placed in the first draft. In December, the first draft of conference proposals were also sent to member schools. Schools have the opportunity to file an appeal to oppose initial conference and/or classification placement. And if you remember, the first draft had South Lenore and Kinston in the same 2A through A split conference and had North Lenore High School in a 4A conference. South Lenore High School did appeal the first draft based on competition, student interest, and access to multiple sports. The access argument made our strongest point during the appeals hearing. We did not want our students that participate in wrestling, cross country, soccer, and softball to be impacted due to several teams in the initial conference placement due to several teams in the initial conference placement not currently fielding teams in those sports. The administration and athletic leadership did an outstanding job of presenting the school's case for consideration to be placed in a conference where students would have multiple opportunities to compete in athletic competition. In March, the final draft of conference placement was presented to public school units across the state of North Carolina. So what's the final score? I'm so glad you asked. North Lenore High School has been placed in the Three Rivers 4A conference, consisting of Eastern Wayne, North Johnson, North Pitt, Southwest Edgecombe, and Washington High School, and West Craven. The Three Rivers 4A. South Lenore High School has been placed in the East Central 3A 4A split conference, consisting of Heidi Trask, Pender, Clinton, East Duplin, and Southwest Onslow. Kinston High School has been placed in the Eastern Plains 2A 3A split conference. This conference consists of Aden-Grifton, Bedingfield, Farmville Central, Greene Central, and Tarboro. So what are the next steps? School administrators and athletic directors have begun meeting with their new fellow conference members to establish game schedules, game start times, meeting locations, and conference budgets. The new four-year alignment, 2025 through 2029, will begin this August. This slide shares with you some of the work that has already been done over the last few weeks. This is the fall 2025 football schedule. As I shared with you in a previous meeting, I'm excited to see and to report to you that our schools will continue their athletic relationships even though during the next 4 years they will not be in the same athletic conference. I think this speaks highly to our admin teams, our athletic directors, and coaches for their commitment to doing what is right for our students and for our community. I'll entertain any questions that you may have regarding the reclassification and conference alignment.
Any questions?
Did anyone in the state win their appeal?
parts of their appeal, but
But not the whole
not the
appeal.
whole appeal.
It's going to be interesting.
Any further questions, Mr. Hardy? Thank you, Mr. Hardy.
Thank you.
Mrs. Herron is recognized for proposed changes to the grading policy of elementary schools.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and board members. The policy subcommittee met March 13, 2025, and on the agenda for that meeting was the possibility of changing the elementary grade span grading scale to a 10-point grading scale to be aligned with middle and high school students. The elementary grade span has operated on a 7-point grading scale for as long as I know. And this difference has resulted, unfortunately, in inconsistencies between grade spans in grading practices and confusion for parents and stakeholders. So the recommendation was made to the committee to change the elementary grading scale to a 10-point scale, making the grading scale consistent with all 3 grade spans. It was a consensus of the committee members present to move forward with this recommendation at tonight's meeting. So I respectfully submit that to the board for consideration.
As an information item.
Any questions? So I guess just to come back at a later date.
The action calls for this.
Thank you. Financial report, Ms. Hooker?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, board members.
Good evening.
Presented tonight is the March 2025 financial report. The report summarizes budget and year-to-date activity for all Lenore County Board of Education funds. In addition, as of March 31st, 2025. In addition, it presents the local current expense fund balance as of the same time frame. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to address them for you.
Question for Ms. Hooker? Thank you, Ms. Hooker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving to the action portion of the agenda. First item is the alternative accountability model 2526. Ms. Harry?
Yes. So the State Board of Education, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The State Board of Education grants alternative schools permission to choose an option from the alternative schools accountability model. This model allows for an overall rating of progressing, maintaining, or declining for alternative schools, which is based on 20% school persistence, 20% school achievement, and 60% student growth. LCLA is our alternative school that has successfully chosen the alternative progress model since the State Board of Education approved the alternative schools accountability model in 2014. Ms. Stephanie Smith, the principal of LCLA, would like to continue with option B of the alternative progress model. The recommendation is being made that the local school board approve the Lenore County Learning Academy to continue with option B for the coming year. Mr. Chairman.
Recommendations being made that the local board approve the Learning Academy's continuance of option B. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion is made by Dr. Outlaw Starkey,
Mr. Wiggins, second.
seconded by Mr. Wiggins. Any further questions? Not, all those in favor, let them all raise your hand. It is approved. So you can let Ms. Smith know.
Thank you.
2025-26 payroll calendar and due dates. Mrs. Hooker?
The payroll calendar for 25-26 establishes pay dates, pay periods, and related deadlines for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to address them for you.
Is there a motion to approve the payroll calendar as presented?
Move to approve.
Motion is made by Dr. Outlaw Starkey. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Woods. Any discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor, let all raise your hands. Mrs. Hooker, it is approved.
Thank you.
CM at-risk policy. Ms. Herring?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. This is a new policy. We don't have one on the books, and we need to have it on the books since we're building a new school. So it's policy 9115. It's for the pre-qualification of bidders for construction projects. The purpose of this pre-qualification process is to impartially evaluate a contractor and to properly determine by its reasonable business practices, work experience, manpower, and equipment that it's qualified to bid on a board construction project, which you have, including prime contracts awarded by construction managers pursuant to the Construction Manager at Risk or CM at Risk process, which we are doing. The award of the contract should be the result of open competition and bidding, impartiality in the selection of contractors, integrity in business practices, and skillful performance of public contracts. We've reviewed this policy, and it's the recommendation of our attorney that we go ahead and vote this into practice, considering our construction coming down the highway. So, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the policy as presented?
I'd make that motion.
I second that motion.
Motion has been made by Mr. Williams and seconded by Dr. Outlaw Stockey to approve the CM at-risk policy. Is there any further discussion? If not, vote is called. All those in favor, let the mark raise your right hand. Motion carries without dissent. Okay. We moved D to 7, so we'll move now to E, budget for EB Frank construction project. Mr. Williams.
Right. Yes, Mr. Harvey and I are going to present this. We haven't drawn down any of the funds from the grant yet. We're really excited. Hopefully tonight we'll reach agreement on the land transfer, and we now have our CM at Risk contract, and we're working with Metcon, and we're meeting with them weekly. We're going to have them make a presentation to the Board of Education subcommittee for facilities in a couple of weeks, and then they're going to come to the May board meeting and present to all of you and give you a detailed representation of the budget to date and a timeline with benchmarks and as we're moving through between now and completion, and a month-by-month timeline. So we're really excited about that. You saw the original budget. You approved the original budget that was submitted as part of the grant. We're coming back now in preparation of this budget, this revised budget, and sending it to the Lenore County Board of Commissioners. As you know, we don't have access to the funds, direct access to them, and the commissioners don't have direct access to the grant funds. It comes from, we have to request it of the commissioners, they have to request it of the state, it's sent by the state to the commissioners, and then we receive the funds to pay them. So that's the process, and it will all be according to this budget. And the architects have helped work this out, and this is the most accurate representation we have to date. And before any funds are pulled down, we wanted you to have this revised budget, approve that, and we can move forward immediately. And I'll take it over to Mr. James, County Manager, tomorrow, and we'll get on with it. We're excited. We'll be digging in a few weeks out there, and bid opening day is coming up.
Coming up soon, and 24th of April. Yep.
And we might have to bid, and they'll say this to you in their summary, Metcon will say this to you, but we're meeting with them every Tuesday and really keeping on top of things. And we got a detailed budget breakdown from them last week. They think most of the bids will come in at or under estimation, and we're really excited about that. I hope that holds true. They say they'll have to bid a couple of the things out again, maybe rebid 2, possibly 3, but most of them will come in and they've got enough bids that we think will be good.
This is the only thing I would add to Ms. Wood. This is prescribed as the grant requires, that we have our board chair, the county commissioner sign this agreement, and then we'll have quarterly and monthly reporting that we will have to submit as well.
And this reflects the required 5% local match to the grant funds and to the $52 million and the $2.6 million, and that breaks out as 1.6 from us and $1 million from our Lenoir County Board of Commissioners. So we're excited. These are big steps and momentous moments, and we ask tonight for your approval in moving forward.
Is there a motion to approve the E.B. Frank Middle School construction project budget? Have a motion by Dr. Outlaw Stockey. Is there a second?
Second.
Have a second by Mrs. Davis. Is there any further discussion? If not, the vote is called. All those in favor of approving the budget, what is this? The budget for Frank School construction project, let them know, raise your right hand. The budget is approved.
And board members, when Metcon comes and presents to you in May, they have a detailed budget. This is a categorical budget. They have a detailed budget that really breaks down every penny in every area and sub-area. And we found that very helpful.
Thank you. F, policy subcommittee process for approving board meeting minutes. Mrs. Herring?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Board members, at the policy subcommittee meeting on March the 13th, we discussed the process for handling school board meeting minutes. Currently, we use the video of the board meetings as the official record of minutes, and Ms. Taylor does take minutes in addition to the video recording. The question is whether these minutes can be posted to board docs to be taken as an action item at each meeting. So we had 2 of the 3 board members there, and the recommendation was to refer to the attorney as to what would be best practice and to bring it back to the board, to the whole board for a motion.
And the feeling of the committee seemed to be to approve the, and it was a split opinion, but the opinion of the majority of committee members was to approve the minutes at the beginning of each meeting. I did confer with legal counsel, and they said, well, it's completely up to the board, but that certainly is a way that many, if not most, boards go. Adam, do you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, I think that's right. The statute does allow for video minutes to essentially be the minutes, but there are a couple of drawbacks with that. One is that it would need to essentially, we would essentially have to guarantee that it would be kept forever in a format that would be accessible forever. We all know technology changes quite a bit, so that's something that would need to be considered. And then there's also just sort of ease of use for the public. If you want to know how Ms. Davis voted on this particular motion, yeah, you can watch the video, or if it's on a sheet of paper that just shows, you know, what the motion was and what the votes were, I would say that's more straightforward. So you've been in compliance all along. You've had the video minutes as the official minutes, and then Ms. Taylor has been essentially keeping a written account, another set of minutes, but you just haven't been approving those. And I think it makes sense that you do, so that they're not just Ms. Taylor's notes effectively, and she keeps them exactly how minutes should look. So again, you don't have to, but I do think it would make sense to just adopt those on the agenda. And as Mr. Williams said, that's certainly the practice of every board I've ever worked with.
Mr. Chair. So Mr. Brett and myself and Mr. Williams and Mr. Harvey all just attended some board training. And you had a possibility of probably maybe 12 or 13, 14 sessions. And I attended about 9 or 10 myself. And about half of those sessions, and I know Mr. Brett was in a couple of those too, they talked about adult input and student outcome. And at the board table, when you have adult input, it should result in positive, successful student outcomes. And the presenters even said, if you're talking about something that doesn't produce positive student outcome, then why are you even talking about it? So I fail to see how we've already got our minutes. They're already being recorded. I fail to see how going through the motion of approving notes, because I think as you, Mr. Mitchell said, if you want to know what a particular board member said in a meeting, you've got to go to the video itself to see, because her notes are just generalizations of what happened, correct?
Correct, but that meets minutes are not required to have everything that is said. So the general account, sometimes it's referred to as a general account. What Ms. Taylor takes is a general account, but that actually meets the definition of minutes. So you're right that you would not know what each individual board member said about a particular issue, but minutes don't need to have that. So in choosing to keep the video as the official minutes, you're essentially you're keeping more than is necessary.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the video recording of the monthly board meeting as the official minutes of the Lenore County Board of Education, and to discontinue posting notes of the monthly board meeting on Lenore County Public School System website.
You've heard the motion. Is there a second? Motion fails for lack of a second. Is there a motion to approve the board meeting minutes?
I got it. Move. Second.
Let's take the motion.
Yeah.
I move to approve.
A motion has been made to approve the approval of minutes at regular meetings. Is there a second?
No, that's in line with the attorney's recommendation.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
So that we'll continue to record the meetings,
Yes.
and those will continue to remain available. But Ms. Taylor's minutes that she's been keeping will be voted on at the subsequent meeting, and upon adoption, those would be the minutes.
We got it. Yes, sir.
I understand that, but did I get a second?
Do you have a question?
There'll be a discussion. I just wanted clarity on the motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you.
because it's not coming from the committee. Okay, motion is made and seconded. Is there further discussion?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Wick.
I just ran into this situation recently. Received a phone call about a concern of what our board was approving, what our intent was with a situation. And the person told me a specific date, a video, and a time frame to go listen to. But it was just general discussion. It was throwing out some ideas, possibilities. And it wasn't the vote. And so the person was trying to utilize a time frame to sway a perspective that they wanted. And I'm actually smart enough to look at things in context and look at before and look at after. And, you know, that's why personally I prefer minutes. We discuss, we talk, but we have a motion of what specifically we are voting on. We have our amendments if we need to have them. Our clerk reads back, makes sure everything is verified, and we vote on it. It's clean, it's simple. I can do a word search on any topic and go back for X period of time and find out whatever I want to find in moments versus having to go through hours or months or years of tape. And I think as we vote or we're looking at possible changes and adjustments, you know, to consider those experiences. And I'm just sharing, that's been my experience. And I think that's the way things have worked better for me.
Anyone else? Mr. Britt?
I think in most organizations, there's a proper, professional, and transparent way to operate, and minutes in every group that I've ever worked with are a part of that process of kicking off a new meeting. I would think any of our schools who hold meetings or committees going on over there, we would expect the same for them, to have a record of what was decided at the meetings. I don't think we should have different expectations for them than we do for ourselves. So I appreciate the recommendation and motion on the floor. Thank you.
Anyone else? If not, the vote is called. All those in favor of the motion as presented, let it know, raise your right hand. Those opposed? Motion carries 5-2. Surplus property, Mr. Harvey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight, board members, attached for your viewing pleasure are items from our maintenance department, and they are submitted for your approval to be deemed a surplus. Several items are, as you see, scrap metal and machines that have long surpassed their life expectancy. Any proceeds from any sale of these items shall be returned to this department. Any surplus material deemed to hold little or no value is systematically collected and distributed to an authorized recycler, ensuring responsible disposal and adherence to environmental guidelines. I respectfully ask that you approve this.
Is there a motion to approve the surplus property?
I approve. Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Dr. Al-Starkey, seconded by Mr. Woods. Any further discussion? If not, the vote is called. All those in favor of approving this surplus property, let me know, raise your hands. So moved.
Thank you.
Floor is open for a motion to enter into closed session.
Mr. Chair.
Dr. Starkey. Dr. Al-Starkey.
I move that the Lenore County Board of Education go into closed session under North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11 to prevent the disclosure of confidential personnel files, to consult with the board's attorney in order to preserve their attorney-client privilege, and to consider matters relating to initial employment of an individual employee.
You've heard the motion, there, sir.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, we actually need to add something to that
Okay.
agenda, if I may. If, Madam Vice Chair, if we could add to establish or instruct the public body staff or negotiating agents concerning the position to be taken by or on behalf of the public body in negotiating the price and other material terms of a contract or proposed contract for the acquisition of real property by purchase, option, exchange, or lease, or the amount of compensation and other material terms of an, no, sorry, scratch that last part, period after purchase, option, exchange, or lease.
What he said, yes.
Dr. Al-Starkey says what he said.
What he said,
Is
yes.
there a second?
To what he said.
Second by Mrs. Davis. Any further discussion? If not, let it know by raising your hand if you approve. We're now in closed session. We're now back in open session. Floor is open for them as presented. A motion to approve. I make a motion to. I have a motion by Mr. Wiggins. There's a second. Second by Mr. Woods. Is there any discussion on the personnel report? If not, the vote is called. All those in favor of approval, let them know, raise your hands. Personnel report is approved. The floor is now open for a motion to approve the land change agreement with the town of LaGrange.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Mr. Britt to approve the land transfer agreement with the town of LaGrange. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second by Dr. Al-Starkey. Any discussion? If not, the vote is called. All those in favor, let them know, raise your hand. The agreement is approved. No long comments tonight, but I did attend the LOST conference last week. Here's a copy of the agenda. If anybody wants a presentation that was given, there was one on cell phone use and all that kind of stuff. Put your initial on this, and I'll see if Mrs. Taylor can get it to you. With that, Chair, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion by Mr. Britt to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Davis. All those in favor of adjournment, let me know, raise your hand. We stand adjourned. Everybody be safe.